Hello everyone, welcome back to the LuxCore Pilates YouTube channel. I am Lexi and today we have a 45-minute full body beginner workout. You will need no props for the workout today, so let's just get started with the warm-up. We're gonna get started in a tabletop position. So you're just gonna come to all fours. Make sure that your wrists are stacked right underneath your shoulders. Make sure that your hips are right over those knees. Now you're gonna inhale through the nose, drop that belly down, and then bring that head up to the ceiling. Exhale, round through the back. Press the mat away, tuck that chin. Inhale through the nose. Look up, drop that belly down. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale through the nose, drop it down. Exhale. Take a couple more here at your own pace. And then you're going to meet me with a flat back in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Meet me with a flat back. Let's bring that right hand up to the sky, circle out through the wrists, and then reverse directions. And then we're gonna thread the needle. So bring your right hand all the way through, head comes all the way down to the mat. If you'd like to deepen the stretch here, you can bring your left hand over to that right hip. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's take one more here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now press that left hand back down onto the mat. Send that right hand up one more time. Take a couple more circles in each direction. And then set that hand down. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Left hand goes up, circle it out, through the wrists, and then reverse directions. Now we're gonna thread the needle on this side, so left hand comes all the way through, head comes down to the mat. Bring that right hand over to that left hip. If you want to deepen the stretch, take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then press that right hand back into the mat. Send that left hand back up one more time, circling out through the wrists. And then plant the hand back down here. All right, now we're gonna tuck the toes under and then pike the hips back. Let's pedal it out with the heels. So drop one heel and then the other, warming up through the calves and the hamstrings. Feel free to drop both heels down at the same time and lift them back up for some calf raises. And then we're gonna bring it forward, coming onto the knees in 3, 2, on 1, coming down onto the knees, back into that tabletop position. Make sure again that your shoulders are stacked over the wrists, hips are stacked over those knees. Then we're gonna curl the toes under. You're gonna take some hovers off the mat to start warming up the core. So you're gonna hover your knees a couple inches off the mat and then set them back down. Hover, and then set them back down. Lift up and lower. Take a brief pause at the top before you lower down with control. Make sure you're pressing away from the mat here so you're not hurting those wrists. Don't sink down into those shoulders. We have a 5-second hover hold in 3, 2, on 1. Hold it here for that hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Set the knees down. Now let's bring the knees back a tiny bit. And then you're gonna rock it forward until your shoulders are over those wrists. Let's just take some shoulder taps here. Tap your shoulder and then bring it back down. Trying your hardest to keep your hips pretty much square so you're not rocking too far over to one side. If you need, you can always widen your stance a tiny bit to help give you extra stability. Engage that core, don't arch to that back. And then just tap your shoulder. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Set it back into a child's pose, so bring those knees nice and wide, sink the glutes into the heels, arms go long in front of you, head to the mat. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then we're gonna rock it forward. Coming to a seated position on the mat. You're gonna have your feet planted on the mat, hip width distance apart. Now let's grab behind your thighs. We're gonna sit it nice and tall. Take a deep inhale to the nose, sit it tall. Exhale, round through the back until your arms are straight. Inhale, roll it forward, spine still in that C curve. Exhale, sit it up nice and tall. Let's do it again. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, C curve that spine. Rolling it all the way down until the arms are straight. Inhale, round it forward. Exhale, sit it tall. Let's keep flowing through that. Take one more. Exhale, round. Inhale, round it forward. Exhale, sit it up tall. All right, now we're gonna bring it down onto the mat. So keep your heels grounded into the mat. Just bring it down all the way down. Head comes down. Make sure your lower back is pressed into the mat. And we're gonna send the arms along to the ceiling. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, curl the head and chest off the mat as your hands come long by your sides. Inhale as the arms come back overhead. Exhale as you lift it up. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure as you curl it up, you're gazing towards your core versus up at that ceiling. Ten more seconds of these before we hold it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold it up here. You're gonna bring the legs to tabletop. Shins are parallel with the mat. Now we're gonna drop the head down, keeping those legs in the tabletop position. Just progressing this a little bit. If this feels like too much for you and your core is already starting to fatigue, you can always just set those legs back down and take it here. But if you can, let's take a couple more in that tabletop position. Curling up, gazing at the core, and setting it back down. Setting those legs down in 3, 2, on 1, heads down, set those legs down. Bring your arms by your side for a moment. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Little break, and then let's send our arms back up long to the ceiling. Now we're gonna curl back up. Let's begin to pump the arms up and down a couple inches above the abdominals. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now, if in that other position, your tabletop with those legs felt good, you can advance this here by bringing the legs to tabletop, continuing to pump up and down. Head is curled, gazing at that core. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. All good if you keep your legs down on the mat. That is totally fine. It's a great way to get into this 100 position. And then you can always progress it as you continue your practice. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Set that head down on 1. All right, bring those knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. And then rock forward and back until your feet come planted on the mat. And then you're just gonna prop yourself up here. So you're gonna make sure you're not sinking down like this into your arms, pressing away from the mat. Slight C curve with that spine here. And then you're gonna bring your shins parallel to the mat. And then you're gonna extend your right leg long and then bring it back in. Extend the left leg long and then bring it back in. Exhale as the leg goes long. Inhale as you bring it back in. Shins stay parallel with the mat. You're taking the bend fully out of the knees as the legs go long. When your legs come back in, you're not bringing it all the way back into the chest here, just back to that 90 before you send the other leg out. You're gonna hold the legs at 90 in 3, 2, on 1, hold the legs at 90. Now you're gonna extend both legs long and then bring it back in. Now a way to modify this here, if you already feel like your core is starting to fatigue, you can just bring those legs up a little bit higher so they almost go straight to the ceiling and back down. If you can, try to keep it at the same position that you were extending with those single legs, but if not, just bring it up here. You get a little break in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Set the head down, bring the knees into the chest, rock back and forth. Take a little circles with those knees. And then we're gonna keep the head down on the ground here. Arms long by your side. Let's just extend the legs long to the ceiling, pointing through the toes. Now we're gonna be doing lower lifts here. Inhale, drop those legs down to 45 degrees. Exhale, pick them back up. Inhale, drop them down. Exhale, pick them back up. Now a way to modify this is to shorten the range of motion. It can go literally from here to back up. It can actually go from here to back up too. Even a couple inches, you will still feel it. Make sure that you're not lowering your legs any lower than you can without that low back lifting off. So range of motion can literally be from here to here. What I want you to focus on is stamping that lower back into the mat, pointing to the toes, trying to keep the legs together and as straight as possible. You can always work to getting this low. That comes with practice. So let's just keep that range of motion nice and slow for this workout today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. You can open the legs out wide. I know sometimes with that movement you can feel a little bit of your hip tightness kicking in as well. So just bring those hips out wide and then bring it back center. We have one more move. We're gonna come back propped up on our forearms for this last core circuit move before we get into some glute work. All right, you're gonna bring your legs up to the ceiling. Now you're gonna drop the right leg and then lift it back in line with the left. Drop the left leg and then lift it back in line with the right. Keep switching back and forth. Stay lifted through the upper body, not sinking down like this, nice and lifted. Now if you feel like you want a little bit of a progression here, you can just scissor kick the legs at the same time. If not, just drop one at a time. We have 10 more seconds of these. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Bring it down to the mat. Knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. And then rock forward and back until we come to a seated position. Now from here, we're gonna get into some glute work. So we'll come back to a tabletop position. So you're gonna bring that right leg in and then extend it long behind you. Bring it in and out. The important thing here is to make sure you're not dumping into that left side, so press a little bit harder into that right hand. Point through the toe, taking the bend out of the knee as the leg extends long behind you. You're gonna hold the leg long behind you in 3, 2, on 1, hold it long behind you, lower the leg down to the mat, and back up. Lower, just tapping the toe, and then sending the leg back up. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. Make sure you're not sinking down into the mat, press away, keep the upper body nice and open, head stays down in line with the spine. Hold the leg up in 3, 2, hold the leg up on 1, pulse it up. Up, little pulses from that highest point, see if you can get that leg a little bit higher, you've got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Sit it back into the glutes. You can pound out that right side. Now we're going to come into a donkey kick to fire hydrant little combo here. So you're going to come onto your forearms. Let me just face you so you're able to see what my right leg is doing. But stay in the same position you were. Forearms. So you're going to press away from the mat. Take the arch out of the back. Engage the core. Flex the right foot. Now you're going to donkey kick that leg up. Bring it back down. And then kick it out to the side. Little combo. Donkey kick. Into fire hydrant with control. I'll turn back to the side so you can see what it looks like from that side as well. Keep it going. Flex the foot still. Press into that right forearm so you don't dump into the left side. You hold your leg up in that donkey kick in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold it here, pulse it up. Make sure your shin is at that 90-degree angle. You might need to bring your heel closer into the glute. Up, up, up. 10 more seconds here. Breathe through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the leg down. Sit it back into the glutes and come up and then pound it out through that side. All right, coming back onto those hands. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. Left leg comes in, then extends long behind you, pointing through the toe, taking the bend out of the knee. Press hard into your left hand to keep your hips square. Take note of the height of your leg here, and every time you lower and lift with that next move, you're bringing it back up to this height. You hold the leg long behind you in 3, 2, hold it long on 1, lower the leg, tapping the toe, lift it back up, lower it down, lift it back up. Exhale as you lift the leg up. Inhale as you lower with control. You're going to hold that leg long behind you in 3, 2, on 1. Hold it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Try to get that leg a little bit higher. Still pressing away from the mat. Head is in line with the spine, looking down at the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that knee down. Sit it back into the heels. Pound out that left side. All right, and then coming back down to those forearms. Now watch my back here. We're not arching, we're engaging the core. Slight little tuck, flex that left foot. You're gonna send it up to the ceiling, 90-degree bend in that leg, bring it back down, and then take that fire hydrant out to the side. Combo, donkey kick, and then fire hydrant. Press into that left forearm so you're not dumping into the right side. Breathe through it. Your breath will help you deepen that engagement with that core, because you need that core to help lift that leg up to the highest point, especially in that fire hydrant. You hold your leg long behind you in that donkey kick in 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, pulse it up. You might need to bring that heel closer into the glute. Pulse, pulse. See if you can lift that leg a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that knee down. Okay, from here we're going to warm up the arms by taking some tricep push-ups. These will be modified tricep push-ups. And you get a little bit of a stretch in between as well. So let's just set this up. You're going to come bending forward and then make sure that you stack your shoulders right over those wrists. So you're in like a modified plank position right here. Your legs are about hip width distance apart. You're gonna take a tricep push-up, chest all the way down to the mat, press it up, and then you're gonna come into a child's pose. So you're gonna flow it forward, take a tricep push-up, and then you have a little bit of a release before you go back down. Exhale as you press away from the mat. Now, if you need to slow down your pace, you can. It can be nice and slow, just like this. And then sit it back. Whatever works best for your body today, just listen to it. Warming the arms up, burning out the triceps. 5 more seconds. Let's see if you can get one more in. 3, 2, 1. Sit it back in that child's pose. Just for a moment. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then rock it forward. All right, we're gonna get into our arm work. So let's just bring the legs about hip width distance apart. Let's just sink it back into the heels. Now let's draw the shoulders down the back. And then take one more, draw the shoulders down the back. The entire time in this arm series, you really want to think about staying relaxed to the shoulders, relaxed to the neck. What you don't want to do, for example, is have, let's say we're in this extended position, you don't want your shoulders creeping up towards your ears as you get fatigued. You want to make sure you're dropping those shoulders down nice and relaxed, relax into that neck, and then breathing through the whole sequence. So we're going to get started with some serve the platters. So you're going to draw the shoulders on the back, bring the arms into the body, palms faced up. As we press off the mat and lift those hips, we're going to extend the arms long to shoulder height and then bring it back down. Exhale as you lift up and arms go long. Inhale as you come back down. Of course, feel free if you do want to progress this to grab hand weights if you have them at home. But for this beginner circuit, we're just going to focus on form. So bringing those arms all the way out, taking the bend fully out of the elbows. You're going to hold it in that kneel, arms long, in 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now you're going to rotate the palms over, little mini arcs with those hands. So flipping those palms, working into the rotator cuffs. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, not creeping up towards your ears. Arms are staying right at that shoulder height, not dropping it down. You're gonna hold those arms up, palms back, face up in 3, 2, 1. Palms face up here. You're gonna bring the arms in, bicep curl, and then bring it out. Think about squeezing the biceps here, not dropping those shoulders down. So keep those arms at shoulder height and bicep curl from there. Relax those shoulders, don't hold the breath. Hold those arms out long in 3, 2, on 1. Hold the arms long. The arm's gonna break after this. Pulses, pulse, pulse, pulse. Breathe through it. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back into the glutes and roll that head around. Change direction. Take a couple shoulder rolls. And we're gonna get right back into it. So this time we're gonna draw the shoulders on the back, bring the arms into a little W position. As you lift the hips, the arms are gonna go out by your sides to shoulder height this time. So sitting the platter, same thing we did in the front, just to the side this time. So lifting it up, exhale, arms go long, taking the bend out of the elbows, and then bring it back in. Bring it back to that W, and then extending everything long. You're gonna hold those arms out by your sides in 3, 2, on 1. Hold here. Take those little rotator cuff circles, flipping the palms, keeping your arms at the same height. Little half circles with those hands. Breathe through it. Now check, make sure, did those shoulders creep up towards the ears? Relax them down the back. Hold those palms up in 3, 2, on 1. Hold them up, bicep curl from here. Squeeze those biceps and then bring them back out. Relax the neck. Hold it at shoulder height, arms are out in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold here, lift up. Little pulses, up, 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 up. Breathe through it. You bring those arms to a 90-degree bend in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, 90-degree bend, up, 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 up. This is the last move here. Try to keep those arms up, don't set them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop everything down. Feel free to just take a couple shoulder stretches, little head rotations. And then you can stay in that same position. I'm just gonna turn to the side to demo this. We're gonna get into some tricep work. So you're gonna come to a slight hover. Make sure that head is nice and in line with the spine. You're gonna bring those arms up. They're hugged close into the body. And then you're just gonna kick back through the triceps. So bringing the arms in and out. Trying to keep the triceps at that same exact height. And you're just kicking back through the forearms. Keep that head in line with the spine so you're not straining through the neck. You hold those arms up for a pulse in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Pulse them up, up. From that highest point, see if you can get your arms a little bit higher. Pulsing little range of motion so you're not bringing your arms out of that extension. You turn those pulses up into pulses in 3, 2, on 1. Pulse it in. Palms go closer to each other. In. Holding those arms up for a hold in 3, 2, on 1. Hold the arms here. See if you can raise them a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Whew, perfect. All right, now we're gonna get into some back work. So I'm gonna face you for this, so just so you can see. Coming back into that slight hover that we were just in with those triceps, keeping that head in line with the spine. You're gonna bring your arms in front of you, very, very slight bend with those arms. Then you're gonna open the arms out to the side, squeezing the mid back, and then lower back down with control. You don't wanna just fly those arms open with momentum. You wanna squeeze the mid back, and that's the reason why those arms are lifting up. Out and in. Hold those arms up for a pulse in 3, 2, on 1, hold it up, pulse, pulse, head in line with the spine, don't strain that neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Great job. We're gonna finish out this arm series with a couple more of those lovely tricep push-ups that we took at the beginning. Now, if you want to progress this, you can just stay on your knees and continue to take those tricep push-ups one after each other. So you'd skip that child's pose, that little stretch and reset that we give ourselves. But if not, let's just take that same version that we did. So whatever works for your body today, make a decision. We're gonna come into that tricep push-up, chest comes down to the mat, lift it up, and then sink it back into that child's pose. Bring it forward till the shoulders are over those wrists. Take the tricep push-up and then push it back. Now, as I was saying, if you want to progress this, you would just stay on the knees and go lift and lower, burning it out. We're here for 20 seconds, so pick what works for you. Ten more seconds. See if you can get 1 or 2 more in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to that child's pose. To really stretch those arms, as you bring the head down, really extend those arms as long as you can in front of you. Take a deep inhale with the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then sit it up back into those heels. Let's take some big shoulder rolls to the back. And then reverse, take some big shoulder rolls to the front. All right, now we're gonna get into some side leg work. So you're gonna come down onto your left side. You're gonna prop your head into your left hand. Send your legs long at a diagonal on your mat, pointing through the toes. You can just bring that hand in front of your abdominals and just press into the mat. Now lift that right leg up to hip height. You're gonna sweep your leg forward, take a pulse, and then flex that foot and bring it back in line with the body. Point your toe, sweep it forward, take a pulse, and then flex it back in line with the body. Nice and controlled pulse and flex back in line with the body. Keeping that leg at hip height. Try to find that stability in your core so you're not rocking back and forth through your hips. Just working that leg. You're gonna hold this leg over the bottom leg in 3, 2, on 1, hold it here, flex a foot, pulse it up, 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 little pulses with that foot flexed. We set that leg down for a slight break in 3, 2, 1. Set that leg back down on top of the bottom leg. You can pound it out for a moment. And then bring your hand back down. Point through the top to the top leg. Point your toe as you lift your leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot as you bring it back down to that bottom leg. Point your toe as you lift it up. Flex as you lower. As you bring that leg down, think about not just using momentum. Act like you're working against a resistance band, even though we don't have one on here. You're gonna hold that leg at 45 degrees in 3, 2, on 1, hold at 45, point through the toe, take little circles forward, forward, little controlled circles, not rocking through those hips. Reverse the direction in 3, 2, on 1, reverse. We set that leg back down in 3, 2, 1, set it down, and then bring that top leg behind the bottom leg, point through that bottom leg, make sure that leg is nice and long. We're gonna lift the leg up and then lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Great job, y'all. I know you're killing it. Let's hold that leg up just for a hold in 3, 2, hold that leg up on 1. Keep that leg nice and long, no bend in that knee. You can drop that leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Pound it out through this side. And then we're gonna switch. So this time, propping your head up into that right hand. Left hand comes in front of the core. Legs are at a diagonal on the mat. You're gonna lift that top leg with a pointed toe up to hip height. Sweep it forward, take a pulse, and then flex the foot as it comes back in line with the body. Sweep it forward, pulse, flex the foot as it comes back in line with the body. Plank as it comes forward, flex on the way back. Again, making sure you're not rocking back and forth through the hips. Nice and controlled. You're gonna hold that top leg over the bottom leg in 3, 2, on 1. Flex the foot, pulse, pulse it up. Little pulses here. You get a mini break in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Do a little pound out. Bring that hand back down. Point through the toe. Lift that leg up to the ceiling. And then flex that leg as you bring it back down. Point the toe as you come up. And then flex as you bring it back down. Again, really act like you're working against a band as you come back down. You're not using your momentum. Nice, slow, and controlled. You're gonna hold that leg at 45 degrees in 3, 2, on 1, hold at 45, circle that leg forward, little controlled circles, point through the toes still. You're gonna take those circles forward to circles and reverse the direction in 3, 2, 1, reverse the direction. Keep that leg up, you've got it. Set that leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that leg down, pound out through the left side, and then bring that top leg behind the bottom leg. You know, we just got 2 moves for this inner thigh here, so to keep that leg up, make sure it's nice and straight, point through the toe, lift and lower, lift and lower. Burning out these inner thighs. No bend in that knee. You have that hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, just hold that leg up, point through that toe, nice and hard, keeping that leg straight, no bend in the knee. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, sit it down. Pound it out a couple more times. Amazing. Now you're gonna roll over onto your stomach. We just have a couple back burnout exercises and then we'll stretch and you'll be done with the workout today. So let's get started with swan. So sorry if my mic muffles a little bit here because it might hit the mat. Bear with me. You're gonna bring your elbows out wide. Head is gonna come down into the palms of your hands, but on the front side. And then your legs are gonna be together. Ground your toes onto the mat. You're not lifting those legs off the mat. And we're just gonna lift that head and the upper body off the mat, squeezing the back, and then setting it back down. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you come back down. Keep that head connected to the top of those hands. We're gonna hold it in that extended position in 3, 2, on 1, hold here. Bring the arms by the side, then extend the arms long in front of you. By your side, squeeze the back, then extend long in front of you. Now really make sure you're looking down at the mat so you're not straining your neck. Last bit of work today. 10 more seconds, you can do it. Squeeze to that back. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands down by your side and just press it up. Get a nice little release. Bring your head from one side to the other. And then you're gonna sit it back into a child's pose once more. Knees nice and wide, sink the glutes down, head comes to the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're gonna come to a seated position. Just crisscross those legs. We're gonna bring the hands onto the knees. We take some big exaggerated shoulder rolls to the back. Still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth here, bringing that heart rate down. Feel free to just shut those eyes down. Let's switch those shoulder rolls from the back to big exaggerated shoulder rolls to the front. I hope you enjoyed this beginner workout. A lot of the workouts we have here on this YouTube channel are more intermediate to advanced workouts. So as you play this video back and kind of perfect a lot of these moves, it'll help you in being able to do a lot more of the videos on the channel so far. So now you're gonna bring your head over to one side. You can bring your hands up and over to deepen the stretch. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then circle your head in one direction. And then when your head gets to that other side, just let it hang there for a moment. Again, you can bring that hand up and over to deepen the stretch. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Another one, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then reverse those head circles. Opposite direction. And then you can bring that head back center, and we are done. Thank you so much for moving with me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.